See, if doing Bhujangasana, what is it is? It is like cobra. So
Yes.
how a raised neck raised cobra, how it will be or it will be a similar. And what is the benefit of Bhujangasana? This is my understanding, what I have learned from my gurus. It's like how a snake. And why it is related to spine? Because snake has the strongest spine. That's why when you do such kind of asana, you will get your spine also will be stronger. It is nothing but if we are doing a asana, getting into that posture's awareness or that creature's awareness. See, being a human, we cannot have the other animals' awareness. But by doing a asana, you will get the awareness of that animal. So
Yes.
that is what the meant of a asana. Why it is called Siddhasana? Because you will get that awareness of a Siddhas. Bhujangasana, you will get awareness of snake.
Cobra.
If you are doing Ustasana, camel.
Camel pose.
So you'll get that kind of awareness. You have for that reason we have to do these asanas. Then you will understand things better, which is purely my understanding.
So, but then in the exam, supposing the examiner is done from a different school of yoga, and
That's why
I mean,
that's why this book follow this
okay,
as per the exam. But
for the exam.
this is only up to exam. But in real time, you can use your own school, which you think it feels like you believe that is right to me. Then you can use that school of thought.
Correct.
Because some school
No.
says you use the block, you use properties, props. Some school says you should not use props. It's your choice. See, here no one is right, no one is wrong. It's only like which way you go.
Mm.
Everybody is right in their own way. Like only thing is which way you go is more important. So you have to
Correct.
decide and you have to choose.
So right now that Surya Namaskar video you sent, that will be for a YCV. We'll follow that to
YCB, YCB.
prepare for a YCV. Okay.
Yes, yes. YCB is okay. For YCB, it's good.
Right.
Sir, I had a
Because
question related to our last session which we had.
Okay. Regarding?
Uh, where part of Brahma Sutra, second chapter,
Hmm.
which is Avirodha, non-conflict.
Hmm.
So you had written objections against those who have objections, that is, the opponents have raised objections against Vedanta philosophy. So opponents in the sense those who don't follow Hinduism, like Buddhism or
Not
Jainism.
Hinduism, see, might be. Vedanta Darshan, see, Hindus also, they are who is Gnostic people, they may also raise objections. They have never
mm,
mentioned that they are non-followers of Hinduism or nothing. See, generally, whatever they said a conflict. The discussion will be the conflicts in the mind, in one or the other.
So then what do you mean by opponents?
Opponents means who don't follow it.
So it can be both Gnostic and people who don't follow Hinduism.
Yeah, might be.
Okay.
Because I have not read Brahma Sutras so deep.
Yeah, that is the only thing I'm getting confused because Brahma Sutra is something new. So I was just trying to go through it and
Even I have not
I
went
just have to
so deep
memorize,
into
I
it.
think so.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
didn't
have not
understand.
went so deep into it, so no need to worry.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So today we'll start with 2.2. What is this 2.2? Yoga in Principle Upanishads. One second. See, we have different principal Upanishads. Like they say there are 10 principal Upanishads. What I told you during our previous lectures, they say there are something around 1108 Upanishads. In that, at present, we have 108 Upanishads. In 108, they say this 10 or 11 as the principal Upanishads are the main Upanishad. Even if you don't have time to read all this, they say you at least read Mandukya Upanishad. So we'll see what is that. There's a very brief information about it. What are that? First one, Chandogya Upanishad from Samaveda, Bruhadaranya Upanishad from Yajurveda, Aitreya Upanishad from Rigveda, Taittiriya Upanishad from Yajurveda, Isha Yajurveda, Kena Samaveda, Katha Yajurveda, Prashna Mundaka Mandukya Atharvaveda. See, the founders of three major schools, of Vedanta, Dvaita, Advaita, Visishta Advaita, Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya. Okay. Commenters of this principal Upanishad. And these people have written commentaries on all these principal Upanishads. See, this is very important. What is a Veda? Have you gone with this basic class? What is Veda? Have you done or not?
We only know the four main. I mean, after that, the categorization I'm not aware of.
It's four
The four
main.
main.
The Rig Ved, Yajurved, Samaved, Atharva Ved. Only these four. I mean, we've just heard about these and we know about the main four categories, but below that, other categorization.
Okay. See, what is a Veda? Is derived from the root word vid, means to know or the knowledge. Okay, these are a Purusha, they call as, means it is non-human existence. Means no human has written this, even the God has given us this knowledge. If you see, it was always transformed in the Guru Shishya Parampara. Guru is to teach, it should be in a oral tradition. But after years and years of later, you got that written tradition into it.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Just one thing I wanted to add, which my grandmom told me, that Vedas were Brahma told these Vedas from his four different faces. The four Vedas came from his mouth. Is that true?
This is like few stories, but there is no proper evidence that who has said the Vedas. But the four people have sat and written this Vedas. So they have mentioned who has written this. If you see in the 2nd century AD, we have Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So it is like 2200 years before. That is the first time somebody has written, documented of Patanjali Yoga Sutras. It might be well beyond it. We don't know. Similarly, for some thousands of years, it is like oral tradition, but there were four people who sat and written the Vedas. On their name, it has been given the Veda name. It has four branches or the four main divisions called as Brahmanas, Samhitas, Aranyakas, and Upanishad, or Veda. Upanishads also called as Vedanta. Clear? So here, see, we have that Agama. It is also called as Agama Shastra. In our Chitta Vrittis, what is the first one? Pratyaksha. Pratyaksha has three. What is that? Pratyaksha. Pramana has three. Pratyaksha, Anumana, and Agama. Agama is nothing but the verbal testimony. This is the verbal testimony, the Vedas. It considered as. Whoever believes in Vedas are called as Astiks. Then you call the Astik Darshanas, Chit Darshanas, Nyaya Vaisheshika Sankhya Yoga, Uttara Purva Mimamsa. Right? Who does not believe in Vedas has three, that is Nastik Darshana, Buddhism, Jainism, and Charvakism. We will call it as materialistic living. It belongs to the Charvakism. All the materialistic thoughts, living, everything comes in the ideology or the philosophy of Charvaki. Okay. Darshanam means they call it as philosophy, but it is what I can say. Darshanam, it is like experienced knowledge. Coming back to this Vedas, we have four main Vedas called as Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. They are all like Upavedas called as Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gandharva Veda, and Shilpa Veda. Like one is associated with the other. Rig Veda, we generally have the hymns. All you say mantras, Gayatri mantra. All these mantras has come from the Rig Veda. The oldest Veda is a Rig. Yajurveda, it has again divided into Krishna Yajurveda and Shukla Yajurveda. That one Rishi name I could not remember, but whatever the teaching said by him is called as Shukla Yajurveda. It is like all the rituals, especially the Yajurveda is. Samaveda, it is a music. It is the source of every music. Atharvana Veda, it's arts and science. Whatever the arts and science is there, it comes under the Atharvana Veda. So 4 main Vedas and 10 principal Upanishads. If you see, Aitreya belongs to the in Rig Veda, we have one that is Aitreya. Yajurveda is classified into 2, Krishna and Shukla. Right? What is Krishna and Shukla?
Krishna Paksh and Shukla Paksh. I mean, I know about this.
Yeah, that is.
The moon, the
Like
waxing
we
and
can
waning of the moon.
consider it as dark and white also.
Yes.
Okay, they say if somebody want to progress, you have to progress like a Shukla Paksha moon. Because day by day, the growth will be there.
Correct.
Okay. Generally, it's all like synonyms, like symbolic representations. In Krishna, Yajurveda, Katha and Taittiriya. Shukla Yajurveda is Isha and Bruhadaranyaka. It is based on the disciples. Like Yajurveda, there were 2 disciples based on the Muni's teachings. Like his guru told the Shishya to leave his ashram, then he started his own and he's done the teachings. And that teachings all comes under the Shukla Yajurveda. Samaveda is a music, Kena and Chandogya. Atharvana Veda has Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya. Prasnaopanishad is a beautiful Upanishad. You have all about prana, Panchapranas, how this Srishti has formed, origin of this Srishti. Like very beautiful. Pipalada and the 6 disciples. Pipalada, I think, is a grandson of Dadichi Maharaj. Who is Dadichi Maharaj? The same great Dadichi.
From his the bones of his
Yes.
ashes, I think
Vajrayudh.
Indra's Vajra was made.
Yes. I think the order is, see, I have read it long back, all these Upanishads. So it is like Dadichi Maharaj and his son is Chamanprash and his son is Pripalada.
Hierarchy I'm not aware. Yes.
That's Chamanprash. He is the first person, I think, came.
Chavan Rishi.
So name came under of his name. So what happens? It's like 6 disciples asking him questions one by one, and he's answering it. So that is a story like they have 6 disciples. They came here to learn. They asked some doubts. Then he says, "Not now. You do the sadhana and then come." After doing sadhana, they'll ask the questions. Then he'll give the answer. It's about very beautifully defined about all this Panchapranas. There is one called as Taittiriya. If you see Krishna Yajurveda, there is a Taittiriya. One core topic is there called as Panchakoshas. That topic is taken from the Taittiriya Upanishad. Very, very important topic. You want to get into therapy, yoga, Panchakosha is very important.
So you had mentioned even in we'll be studying Mandukya. So even in there, it has the Panchakoshas mentioned.
No. Mandukya is about Om.
Okay.
Mandukya
Then where is
Upanishad.
that Manomai Kosha and all? I think even in the syllabus somewhere I just
No, you have Panchakosha is a part of the syllabus. That is very important topic. It is
yes.
taken from the Taittiriyopanishad.
Oh,
You have Bhruguvalli, Ananduvalli, Sikshavalli. These are the 3 chapters. Okay. See, Chandogya and Brihadaranyaka. It is the oldest Upanishad. It consists of Brihadaranyaka is the oldest Upanishad. It has about Kriya Yoga, Yamas and Niyamas are mentioned in this Upanishad. No asana or pranayama are mentioned. Okay, got it? Only in Upanishads, you see many Upanishads, they only mentioned about lot of philosophy and mind culturing, but asanas, very few they have mentioned. Maximum, you cannot see asanas. Only in Hatha Yoga book, you can see a lot of asanas. See, no asana and pranayama. The Chandogya describes prana, like pancha pranas, prana, vyana, apana, udana, samana, are forming the east, west, north gates of the heart. Udana is the upper gate. If you see prana, vyana, apana, and samana, what they are forming? Prana is the southern gate. Vyana is the prana is the north. One more is missing. East, west. Prana is the south. Vyana is the east. Apana is the west, and Samana is the north gate, and the heart is considered to be the Udana is considered to be the upper gate. This is mentioned, described according to the Chandogya Upanishad. Just they are given 1 or 2 lines about that, which or like what I can say, what is mentioned about yoga in the Upanishads. Aitreya and Taittiriya. Aitreya, no growth of the system of yoga. Vayu or the air has been included among the gross elements. This is like important. Ultimate non-dual reality is said to be beyond air and ether. Non-dual. Have to remember non-dual. See, basically, I think this will not come. Just for your understanding, if you can understand this, you can answer. Taittiriya Upanishad, human body also, the self is said to beyond the prana. First 3 are related to Taittiriya Upanishad. Next, Taittiriya, it has the 5 layers of the body. It's called as the yogic lore. What is that? Description of Vijnanamaya Kosha, we come across the word yoga, which may be interpreted in its technical sense. Yoga Kshema is said to be the technical name of prana and apana in the Taittiriya Upanishad. What they have used? They used called as Kshema, Yoga Kshema. Word is used. And Taittiriya Upanishad has this Panchakoshas. Very, very important. If you had complete grip over Panchakosha, you can handle anything. You can understand why person got ill, what is the root cause. You can go, you can investigate. That is very important. Isha, Kena, and Kata. A firm basis of system of yoga was formed in this. Isha and Kena, small in size, basis of Karma Yoga. The main is Karma Yoga. You can see Isha Foundation. Based on this, Isha only. Isha means Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. Means God. Isha means God. Ishvara. Isha. Kena, control of sense, actions, study of scriptures, and truth are said to be essential. What is essential according to the Kena? Kenopanishad? Control of sense, actions, study of scriptures, and truth. However, the words yoga or yogin do not occur even here. In Kenopanishad also, the word yoga or yogin they have not mentioned, but they are mentioned about control of senses, actions, study of the scriptures, and the truth. Katha, like the name itself tells it is a story between Nachiketa and Yamadharmaraja. Adhyatmic yoga is the only means of self-realization. The syllable Om has been recommended as the best object of meditation on the self. These are the important points taken from the Upanishad. Process of pratyahara brings mind inwards, according to this Upanishad. It's like withdrawal of sense organs. Pratyahara is, you can consider it as a forbidden limb of yoga. Because nobody cares about pratyahara, but it is a bridge between Bahiranga yoga and Antaranga yoga. Definitions of yoga is mentioned in the last chapter. What is yoga? They have mentioned few definitions. Yoking means holding the sense steady and calm. In this, what is yoking? Like this. Here, yoking of what? Senses steady and calm. Yoga defined as transcendental state of experience in which mind stops functioning together with the sense organs and even with the intellect does not function. What they are stating is a transcendental state where your mind will stop its functioning. Means it comes to rest together with the sense organs and not even intellect is functioning there. That is the state, or that is what yoga. Yoga is a rising and setting of senses functioning without ignorance. This is mentioned in Katha.
So what's the meaning
Prashna
of
and Mundaka,
Adhyatma?
self. Means yoga is the only way where you can get that self-realization. You have three things like, after this we'll go with that. Prashna deals with the prana vidya, very important. There is a clear mention of places and functions of vital air within the human body. Means pancha pranas, very clear. So even in Shiva Samhita there is a sloka, Uday prano, Uday apana, samana nabhi mandale, udana kanta deshastu, vyana sarva sharirakaha. So their places there in Shiva Samhita. This is also one important sloka. Syllable Om is described as a both lower as well as the higher Brahma. Like you have what is Adharas, means 16 body Adharas they have mentioned, important body parts. Like what is the origin? It comes from the Maya. There's a lot of description given in each question. Very, very beautiful. Prasnaopanishad I recommend, and Mandukya Upanishad also I recommend. Mundaka is a further development philosophy of the Kathopnishad. Like he have extended whatever mentioned in the Kathopnishad. Meditation and yoga can be said to be the main topics of this Upanishads. They mentioned about meditation. Mandukya Svetasva Kaushik. Mandukya is the shortest, it has only 12. Isha has 18. Mantras, or you can call slokas or mantras, whatever it is, deals with Om, how you have to chant Om, what are the different things, everything is mentioned in the Mandukya Upanishad. Very beautiful. Mandukya is one, Katha is one, Prasnaopanishad, Isha, like better you go read with first Mandukya, Prashna, Katha. Kathopanishad will be in the form of story, it will be very easy to understand. Prasnaopanishad and Taittiriyopanishad, very, very important to read the Panchakusha topic. Whenever you get any book or anything, please go through it. Svetaswara Upanishad describes the postures required for the meditation. Means what are the asanas? Postures are nothing but we call it as asanas. This is not generally the next one is a part of some Upanishad. Mainly it is derived from the Chandogya and Brihadaranyaka. Main topic is Prana Vidya. Again, prana. Wherever you see the same prana. The dialogues between Balaki and Adashatru has been borrowed from the Prasthana Upanishad, in which Nadis has been described. Nothing new in the yoga development. If you see, they have given a very beautiful knowledge about Nadis and everything. See, Nadis are not physical. Cannot compare it with your arteries and veins. They are not physical. Chakras are not physical. Okay, you have to understand this. Only physical, then we can see. If it's not physical, we cannot see it. Only we have to feel. And yoga and Sankhya is very important. They call it like yoga is a theoretical Sankhya and Sankhya is a yoga is a practical Sankhya and Sankhya is a theoretical yoga. There is a linkage between Sankhya and yoga. The 25 elements present in the Sankhya, you have to understand what are the 25 elements like Purusha, Prakriti, then Ahankara, Buddhi, Manas. From that you got 5 Panchabhutas, Karmendriyas, Jnanendriyas, Tanmatras. These are the 25 elements. You understand that, then yoga darsana will be much easier. Not going through it. And epics and Puranas, they also mentioned about yoga, like Ramayana, Yoga Vasistha composed by Valmiki. In Yoga Vasistha, like you have Adi Vyadi, Manaha Prashomnopayaha Yoga iti Viyate. That is there. Ramayana has a casual reference of yoga practice in Aranya Kanda. They say like Hanumanji does Surya Namaskar. He is a very well built, right? Have you heard anywhere?
Yes, actually, the story I had heard in the Katha was that as a gratitude to his Guru Surya Dev, because the chariot was, he said that I'll teach you while I'm on the move only. I cannot stop the chariot. So Hanumanji was facing him and going backwards. But then, as a gratitude, he did the Surya Namaskar as a dakshina or something, to him. And another story which I heard was that Guru Vashishta had taught Lord Ram about Aditya Hridayam Stotra.
In that
So,
also, Surya Namaskar are mentioned.
that is mentioned.
Exactly. So it is like Ramayana means it is something in Treta Yuga. So we are learning the practices which belongs to Treta Yuga. So how old these practices are. But still today these practices are this is called as life culture or living culture. So whether it's 5,000 years, 10,000 years or now, it is a living culture. Today also it is useful. So that is the beauty of yoga. Bhagavad Gita, there are different definitions. Generally, Bhagavad Gita, what says it is also called as Yoga Shastra because you see, whatever it is called as, what is that? Arjuna Vishada Yogam, Sankhya Yogam, Bhakti Yogam, Karma Yogam, Nija Rupa Darshana Yoga. Everything is yoga. It tells about yoga. You have seen Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Tannirodha, Asamshaya Mahabhava Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena Kaunteya Vairagena. Similarity, Samatvam Yoga Uchate, Yoga Karma Sukausanam, Yogo Bhavati Dukkha. So Bhagavad Gita talks about yoga. It talks mainly about two words, that is yogic bhava and yogin. If you see, Bhagavad Gita talks about yogic diet, Yukta Ahara Viharasya. It talks about diet. It talks about Samankayam Shirogrivam. It talks about how you have to sit in a posture. So it talks about yoga. Yoga Vasistha, it written by sage Valmiki. It is a discussion between Yogi Vasistha and Lord Rama. At the age of 16, see, generally everybody has a conflict or the depression. They have that instability at that teen age. So then Dasharatha Maharaja sent Rama he has observed this and sent to the Yogi Vasistha. The discussion is called as Yoga Vasistha and it is called as Maharamayana. Because Ramayana has 24,000 slokas, Yoga Vasistha has 32,000. We see 32,000 verses and 64,000 lines divided into 6 main chapters. Vairagya Prakaran, experience a very deep and intense dispassion means is a state of Vairagya. distasted for all the worldly objects or pleasures. At the age of 16, he got Vairagya. Mumukshu, uh, Mumukshu Prakaran. Prakaran means you can say it's chapter. The intense desire for self-realization. Utpatti means origin of the world. Susti, having attained that firm understanding of the origin of the world process, Sri Rama sustains himself in the self in Brahma. Here, two main topics is one is Dwarapalakas, the four gatekeepers of freedom, and next is Sapta Jnana Bhumikas, the seven ways knowledge. That is very important. Nirvan Prakaran, final liberation. Upasana Prakaran describes the deep peace emerged from the having attained that spiritual enlightenment. Just 1 minute. So these are the main things you have to go through in the Yoga Vasistha. Okay. This is about the principal Upanishads. Just go through deep if you get a time. Any doubts? Main problem is all my books are in Hyderabad. If I had my books, I could explain you much deeper because I have written all the notes for Topni. Indeed. Here I don't have any material because I cannot bring all my books here. I need a separate vehicle for it.